Sleep, a gift as old as time, yet it feels like a distant dream for so many of us today. In a world that never stops moving, our nights have become battlegrounds of restless thoughts and endless worries. The truth is, sleep doesn't just restore the body. It calms the mind, heals the soul, and gives us the strength to face another day. But modern life has stolen this peace. Work deadlines, endless notifications, and personal struggles wrap themselves around you like chains, pulling you further from rest. For the young and old alike, the quiet moments of the night often turn into hours of tossing and turning, staring at the ceiling and chasing a slumber that never comes. You know sleep is vital, but how do you actually achieve it? In today's video, we will explore 6 proven habits inspired by timeless Stoic philosophy, a guide to reclaiming better sleep and lasting inner peace. These aren't just tips, they're powerful practices that can transform your nights and redefine your life. You'll discover rituals that ground your mind, techniques to calm your emotions, and routines that honor your body's need for rest. If you're ready to sleep better and find peace within, stay with me. Like this video, subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official, and share your journey in the comments below. Let's walk this path to serenity together. Your nights deserve this. You deserve this. 1. Maintain a consistent sleep schedule. Sleep is the foundation of your well-being. Without it, everything else, your energy, focus, and peace, crumbles. The Stoics taught us the importance of discipline, for it is through small, consistent acts that we achieve greatness. This is where creating a consistent sleep schedule begins. The modern world pushes us to live chaotically. Late nights at work, endless scrolling on screens, and unpredictable routines steal our time for rest. Seneca reminds us, it is not that we have a short time to live, but that we waste a lot of it. Every hour lost at night is an hour you cannot reclaim, and over time, it chips away at your health and spirit. Let me tell you a story. There was a man in his 40s, a restaurant manager juggling a myriad of responsibilities. He prided himself on burning the midnight oil. Late nights were his norm, and 5 hours of restless sleep felt sufficient, until it wasn't. Over the years, fatigue became his constant shadow. His mornings were heavy, his thoughts foggy, and his relationships strained. One night, he stumbled across a simple phrase: "Discipline is freedom." He decided to make one change. He would sleep and wake at the same time every day. He began small, sleeping at 10 p.m. and rising at 6 a.m., no matter what. It was hard at first. The temptation to stay up late lingered. But he persisted. Over weeks, his body adjusted. Mornings that once felt like battles turned into opportunities. He woke up with renewed energy, his mind clear, and his day felt intentional. As Marcus Aurelius said, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive. To breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." He learned that consistency is not just about sleep, it's about respecting yourself. By honoring time, you honor your life. Practical application: how to set a consistent sleep schedule. Decide on a fixed sleep and wake time. Choose a time to sleep and wake up, even on weekends. For most adults, 7 to 8 hours is ideal. Aiming for 10 p.m. to 6 a.m. aligns you with your body's natural rhythm, maximizing deep, restorative sleep. Be patient and persistent. Your body may resist at first. It's natural. Change takes time, but as you repeat this habit, your body's internal clock will adapt. Track your progress. Keep a simple journal. Note how you feel in the morning after a full night's rest. Over time, you'll see patterns of improvement, better focus, energy, and emotional balance. When you sleep at a consistent time, you align yourself with nature. The Stoics believed in living in harmony with the natural order of things. As Epictetus teaches, nature hath given men 1 tongue but 2 ears, that we may hear twice as much as we speak. Similarly, sleep is not a luxury. It is a necessity provided by nature to reset your mind, body, and soul. Imagine waking up tomorrow morning after a full, peaceful night of rest. The air feels crisp, your breath deep, and your mind clear. You greet the day not with dread, but with readiness. You are stronger, calmer, and focused. This is what a consistent sleep schedule offers you. Not just better sleep, but better days. And when your days improve, so does your life. Your time is finite, but the quality of how you spend it is within your control. Begin tonight. Set a time, close the day with discipline, and allow sleep to restore you. When you wake tomorrow, you will feel the difference, not just in your body, but in your spirit. As Marcus Aurelius said, "It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live." Tonight, begin to live well. 2. Avoid screens before bed. The light of screens has become the glow of modern life. It fills our rooms, our minds, and our late-night hours. But what appears harmless, a quick scroll through emails, a short video, or mindless browsing, is quietly robbing us of the peace we desperately need. The Stoics, who lived centuries before smartphones, understood something profound. Our minds are like gardens. What we allow to enter, thoughts, worries, distractions, determines what grows. Seneca once said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." In today's world, we crave digital noise without realizing it drains us of clarity, sleep, and inner calm. Every screen, whether it's your phone, tablet, or TV, emits blue light, a powerful force that disrupts your body's natural rhythm. Our brains produce melatonin, a hormone that signals it's time to rest. But blue light suppresses melatonin, tricking your body into believing it's still daytime. The result? Hours pass, yet you remain wide awake, eyes staring into the dark, mind buzzing with fragments of unfinished conversations, notifications, and lingering stress. Worse still, screens flood your mind with content. Social media updates, news headlines, or comparison traps. You see someone else's life, achievements, or happiness, and suddenly your thoughts spiral. Why haven't I done more? Why am I behind? Instead of preparing for restful sleep, your mind becomes a battlefield. The Stoics warned us about this very state of distraction. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Yet screens pull us outward, keeping us from the quiet refuge we so desperately need. Let me share with you the story of Emily, a woman who struggled with sleep for years. Her evenings were like many of ours, scrolling through her phone until the moment her head hit the pillow. She told herself it was harmless, just one more video, one more article. But each night, sleep eluded her. She would wake up groggy, irritable, and exhausted, struggling through her day with little focus or energy. Her life became a cycle of fatigue and frustration. One evening, Emily stumbled upon a quote from Epictetus: "We are disturbed not by events, but by the views which we take of them." She realized her nightly routine was a choice, one that was disturbing her peace. That night, she did something radical. She created a screen-free zone 1 hour before bed. At first, it felt strange. The silence was uncomfortable, but soon she replaced the noise with peace. She picked up a book, reflected quietly, and allowed her mind to settle. Slowly, the fog of sleepless nights began to clear. Her mornings felt lighter, her thoughts were sharper. Emily didn't just reclaim her sleep, she reclaimed herself. Here's how you can begin. Set a time to power down. Turn off all screens at least 1 hour before bed. Think of it as a sacred time to let go of the noise and prepare for rest. Create a screen-free zone. Keep devices out of the bedroom. Charge your phone in another room and use an old-fashioned alarm clock. Dim the lights. Lower the lighting to prepare your mind and body for sleep. Soft light signals that the day is done and it's time to rest. Screens have their place during the day, but at night they take more than they give. They steal your rest, your peace, and your clarity. The Stoics believed in living intentionally, choosing what deserves your attention and what does not. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. As you wind down tonight, let go of the blue glow. Instead of scrolling through a screen, choose stillness. Choose silence. Allow your mind to return to itself, free from distraction. Imagine closing your eyes, your breath deep and steady, and your thoughts finally at peace. This is the calm you were always meant to feel. This is the night you deserve. 3. Create a relaxing pre-sleep ritual. Sleep cannot simply be commanded. It must be invited, gently and intentionally. The Stoics understood that life is shaped by deliberate actions. Seneca wrote, "The mind must be given relaxation. It will rise improved and sharper after a good rest." A pre-sleep ritual is this very act of preparation, a way to release the tension of the day and offer yourself the calm you deserve. Let me share a story about Michael, a man whose nights were stolen by stress. His days were a blur, meetings, deadlines, and endless emails. When the day was done, Michael would drop onto his bed, still tethered to his laptop and racing thoughts. Yet, night after night, he found himself staring at the ceiling, sleep refusing to come. One evening, frustrated and drained, Michael read Marcus Aurelius. Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul. It was a quiet reminder. He could not rush sleep. He had to create space for it. That night, Michael began small. He turned off his screens an hour early. He dimmed the lights and brewed himself a warm cup of chamomile tea. Instead of working, he opened a book of Stoic meditations and let its wisdom settle into his mind. He sat with stillness, breathed deeply, and let the weight of the day fall away. At first it felt strange, foreign, even. But after a week, something shifted. Michael's mind, no longer rushing to catch up, began to slow. His body followed. Sleep, once elusive, arrived naturally, restoring his mornings with clarity and strength. His life didn't change overnight, but his nights did. This is the gift of a pre-sleep ritual. It tells your body, you have done enough, the day is over, and peace can begin. Here's how you can create your own pre-sleep ritual. Dim the lights. Light affects your body's rhythm. Lower the lights as evening approaches, replacing bright overheads with softer, warmer tones. It's a signal to your mind, the world is slowing, and so can you. Disconnect from screens. Put away your devices at least 1 hour before bed. The blue light they emit delays sleep, and the content keeps your mind spinning. Replace this habit with something meaningful. Engage in a gentle activity. Choose an activity that soothes you. You might read a book, something inspiring but calming, or write a few reflections in a journal. Stretch gently to release tension from your body, or sit quietly with your breath. Incorporate calming scents and sounds. Small sensory cues can anchor you. A calming scent like lavender or sandalwood, or soft sounds, perhaps light instrumental music, can guide you into rest. These rituals create harmony for both body and mind. Reflect on the day with intention. Take a moment to pause and reflect. What did the day teach you? What can you leave behind tonight? Gratitude or quiet self-awareness will settle your mind like ripples on a still lake. When you create space for a pre-sleep ritual, you are honoring both your body and soul. The Stoics teach us to live deliberately, to choose calm over chaos, preparation over restlessness. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Imagine tonight, you dim the lights, breathe deeply, and let your thoughts fade. A cup of tea warms your hands, a book rests beside you. Your mind, no longer cluttered, is quiet. Sleep comes not as a struggle, but as a natural gift. Rituals, however small, are anchors of peace in a turbulent world. Begin tonight. Invite stillness, invite rest, and let the night restore you. 4. Practice mindful breathing to relax. In the stillness of night, when the world grows quiet, your mind often refuses to follow. Thoughts whirl like leaves caught in a storm. Unfinished conversations, looming tasks, unspoken fears. You lie there, restless, trapped in a loop of noise that denies you the peace you seek. The Stoics, masters of emotional control, knew that calm begins within. Epictetus reminds us, man is not disturbed by things, but by the view he takes of them. One of the simplest, yet most profound ways to regain that control is through mindful breathing. By focusing on the breath, you anchor yourself to the present moment. You remind your mind that the storm outside does not need to rage inside. Take a moment and reflect on this. Your breath is the quiet constant of your life. It has been with you since birth, a rhythm that neither judges nor demands. Yet how often do you truly notice it? There was a woman named Laura who worked tirelessly as a nurse, spending her days caring for others. At night, exhaustion would pull her into bed, but sleep rarely followed. The moment her head touched the pillow, her mind would awaken, racing through worries about her patients, her family, her own future. Weeks turned into months of sleepless nights until her body, overwhelmed, began to falter. One evening, a friend shared a Stoic practice, the art of mindful breathing. Skeptical but desperate, Laura sat on her bed and tried it. She inhaled deeply for 4 seconds, held her breath for 4, then exhaled slowly for 6. At first, it felt awkward. Her mind fought back with its noise, but she persisted, counting her breath like steps on a quiet path. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly, the fog of her thoughts began to lift. She felt her body soften, her heartbeat steady, and a calm she hadn't known in years washed over her. Laura discovered what the Stoics had always known. When you control your breath, you control your mind. Over time, this nightly practice became her sanctuary, a ritual that brought stillness to her nights and clarity to her days. This is how you can begin. Find a comfortable position. Lie down or sit in a relaxed position. Place one hand on your chest and the other on your stomach to feel the rise and fall of your breath. Focus on the breath. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4. Feel your belly expand. Hold the breath gently for 4 seconds, then exhale slowly through your mouth for a count of 6. The longer exhale calms your nervous system. Repeat with intention. Repeat this cycle 5 to 10 times. With each breath, imagine the tension leaving your body. Let your thoughts come and go like clouds drifting across the sky. You do not need to chase them. Simply return to the breath. Use visualization as you breathe. Visualize a serene image, a quiet forest, a calm lake, or the steady rise and fall of ocean waves. This focus deepens your relaxation. Mindful breathing is more than a technique. It is a reminder of your power. The Stoics believed that our response to life is the only thing we truly control. By mastering your breath, you take back that control. You create a space of calm where fear cannot enter and noise cannot linger. Imagine this. As you lie down tonight, your breath becomes steady, your mind still. Each inhale fills you with peace, and each exhale releases the day's burdens. The chaos fades, and all that remains is quiet. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Begin this practice tonight. Let your breath guide you into the restful sleep you deserve. The calm you seek has always been within you, waiting for you to notice. 5. Practice gratitude each night. As the day fades and darkness settles, there comes an opportunity, a moment to pause, reflect, and shift our perspective. It is so easy to lie in bed, burdened by regrets or consumed by thoughts of what could have been. But the Stoics remind us of a timeless truth. Gratitude transforms how we experience life. Marcus Aurelius himself practiced this nightly reflection. He wrote, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love." And at night, he would quietly reflect on the day, seeking its hidden blessings. Gratitude is not simply listing what went well. It is a practice of seeing life as it is, imperfect yet beautiful. It is about acknowledging the gifts already present, no matter how small they seem. Let me share a story, but this time it's my own. For years I struggled with sleep. My nights were haunted by the weight of unfinished work, conversations I wished had gone differently, and worries about the future. Each night, as soon as the world quieted, my mind filled the silence with noise. I couldn't escape it. I was chasing perfection during the day and punishing myself for falling short at night. Then I stumbled across this idea of gratitude, not as a casual thank you, but as a deliberate nightly practice. One evening, as I sat on the edge of my bed, I thought, what if I just found one good thing from today? So I did. That night, I remembered a moment when the sunset had painted the sky gold, and for a brief second, everything felt still. It was small, but it was real. The next night, I found 2 things. Someone smiled at me unexpectedly, and my cup of coffee had been perfect. Each night after, it became easier. I would close my eyes and search for these quiet moments. The laughter of a friend, the feeling of my breath slowing as I sat in silence, or the sound of rain against my window. Gratitude did not erase my challenges. I still faced struggles, but they no longer defined my nights. My mind began to rest, and my body followed. I woke with more energy, not because life had changed, but because I had. Gratitude taught me to focus on the abundance already within my reach, not the worries that weighed me down. Here's how you can begin this practice. Pause before sleep. Sit quietly and take a deep breath. Allow the day's noise to fade. Be present in this moment of stillness. Ask yourself 3 simple questions. What went well today? Who or what brought me joy, kindness, or comfort? What beauty or small moment did I notice that made me pause? Write it down. Keep a gratitude journal by your bed. Write 1, 2, or 3 moments from the day. They don't need to be grand. Small joys are just as meaningful. Feel the gratitude. Let yourself truly feel it. Acknowledge that even on hard days, there's something to hold on to. The Stoics remind us that life is not defined by its perfection, but by our ability to see beauty within its imperfections. Seneca wrote, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor." Gratitude frees us from this craving. It shifts our attention from what is missing to what is already here. Tonight, as you prepare for sleep, ask yourself, what small gift did today bring me? A moment of laughter, a kind word, the steady rhythm of your breath? These gifts are always there, waiting to be noticed. I share this with you because I've lived it. I know what it feels like to carry the weight of a restless mind, but I also know the freedom that comes when you choose gratitude. Let this practice become your refuge, a gentle reminder that life, in all its chaos, still offers moments worth holding close. Close your eyes tonight with a thankful heart. Sleep will come, and with it, peace. 6. Create an ideal sleep environment. The spaces we inhabit influence the way we think, feel, and rest. Just as the Stoics taught us to simplify our lives and remove unnecessary distractions, so too must we shape our surroundings to invite peace. Seneca once wrote, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." A cluttered, chaotic room mirrors a cluttered mind, keeping us awake long after the day should have ended. An ideal sleep environment is not an indulgence, it is an intentional act of self-respect. For years, I struggled with this truth. My bedroom was nothing more than a storage space for my life's mess. Piles of papers on the nightstand, clothes draped over a chair, and screens blinking with reminders of unfinished tasks. It was where I went to rest, but it gave me no peace. Night after night, I would lie awake, as if the room itself whispered reminders of what I had left undone. Then one evening, I came across a teaching by Epictetus. The key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. It struck me then, what about the company of the spaces we keep? Shouldn't our environment also uplift us? That night, I decided to reclaim my room, to make it a sanctuary, not a storage unit for chaos. Here's how you too can create a sleep environment that welcomes rest. Remove clutter and distractions. Take a moment to look around your room. Is it filled with unfinished projects, reminders of stress, or electronic devices demanding your attention? Clear the clutter. Remove anything that does not serve a peaceful night. Fold away laundry, organize your bedside table, and put away any unnecessary items. Eliminate screens and artificial light. Keep your bedroom free of glowing screens and unnecessary electronics. Blue light and distractions from phones or TVs disrupt your body's natural rhythm. Instead, let the space grow dark and quiet. If you need light, use warm, soft lighting that soothes rather than stimulates. Choose comfort, invest in what truly matters, your rest. A supportive mattress, breathable sheets, and a pillow that cradles you can make all the difference. Seneca believed in living simply, not miserably. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. Comfort need not be extravagant. Choose quality, simplicity, and what works for you. Add calming sensory cues. Use small details to engage your senses. A lavender sachet or a light essential oil diffuser fills the air with a calming fragrance. A soft blanket or a steady rhythmic sound, like rain or ocean waves, can calm your mind and signal that it is time to let go of the day. Regulate temperature and fresh air. A cool room promotes better sleep. Open a window for fresh air or adjust the thermostat to create the perfect balance. Let the space breathe as you will when rest finally comes. Imagine stepping into your bedroom tonight. It is no longer a place of chaos but a refuge. The clutter is gone, the air feels light, and the space invites you to rest. You sit on your bed, take a deep breath, and feel your shoulders relax as the quiet fills the room. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Your environment reflects your state of mind, but it also shapes it. When your space is peaceful, it becomes easier to let go of the noise within. Tonight, as you prepare to sleep, think of your room as a sacred space. A temple where the weight of the day is laid down and where tomorrow's clarity begins. You deserve this peace, this stillness, and this rest. By creating a sleep environment with care, you are not indulging in luxury. You are embracing the simplicity and harmony the Stoics valued so deeply. Let your room become your ally in rest. Let it nurture you, calm you, and restore you. For when you wake tomorrow, you will feel the difference, not just in your body, but in your mind and spirit. Sleep and peace are not privileges. They are within your reach, waiting to be reclaimed. The Stoics teach us that mastery over the self begins with small, intentional actions. The 6 habits we explored today, creating a consistent sleep schedule, disconnecting from screens, building a relaxing pre-sleep ritual, practicing mindful breathing, cultivating gratitude, and shaping an ideal sleep environment, are more than simple tips. They are tools to help you build a life of calm, clarity, and resilience. Seneca reminds us, the mind must be given relaxation. It will rise improved and sharper after a good rest. Each night, as you step away from the noise of the world, see it as an opportunity to prepare your body and mind for restoration. These habits are not quick fixes. They are practices to strengthen you, night after night, until they become part of who you are. Start small. Begin tonight. Choose just one habit and commit to it. Whether it's turning off your screens early, reflecting with gratitude, or simply taking a deep, mindful breath before bed, take that first step. Over time, these moments will transform not just your nights, but your days, offering you a life filled with purpose and peace. If this video resonated with you, please like it and subscribe to Stoic Narratives Official for more content on living a grounded, intentional life. Share your experiences or insights in the comments below. Together, let's inspire one another to seek the rest and clarity we all deserve.